So 22 strength in order to wield that. But that can be negated. I guess this would be a good time to bring this up. That can be negated because remember, when you use a weapon in two hands, you essentially gain a 50% buff with it. So technically, you don't need 22. All you need is, what would it be, 16? Which just so happens we have 16. So as long as I'm wielding it with two hands, I can use this weapon. I can use it. We'll grab that. A way to know that you can use a weapon or not is, I'll actually give you guys the other scene here. If you look in the lower left-hand portion of the screen underneath the barbaric roar, when we actually put this in one hand, it has a red X on it. So that means that you're not wielding it properly. It means you don't meet the minimum requirements for it. If you put it in two hands, you can use it. And that X disappears. Nice. X gonna give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own. Jump. And I don't think there's anything else that we want to do here. There's actually something above us that I want to do, but we're going to wait to do it. Instead, I think we're going to go get another bonfire here real quick. Or another site of grace. We did get a new item here. Tarnished gold sunflower. That is a crafting item. And it says, a large flower that blooms facing the Erdtree. Material used for crafting items found near minor Erdtrees. Though wilted and faded, it still retains holy essence. And if we come down here, we can get down safely without dying. Let's take this spirit spring up. And there's an item right here for us to grab. A golden rune 1. And if we proceed up atop here, was that the sound of this guy on the cross screaming? You hear him? Ah! 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 Next item that we want to grab is going to be right up here in this thing. We'll learn a lot more about these later on, but we will read the description. Starlight shard. These you do not want to use. You're going to read this and you're going to be tempted to use it. Never use it. It says use to gradually recover FP. Never use it. An ephemeral sliver that gives off a pale light glow or a blue glow. What remains of a passing flash of starlight. Used to gradually recover FP. A prized item, and that's the key thing, a prized item that was once used in the Eternal City as an ingredient in intoxicating draughts. Definitely hold on to that. Do not use it. Do not use it to get back your FP. I repeat. Do not use it. Now we get to thud everything now, which is fun. Now we're having fun. Now we're having fun. Now it's kick the shit out of some people time, right? We got a bolt from him. And before we go down inside of there's kind of an ambush waiting for us here. You can't really tell because these enemies are up on top here, but if you get on your horse, come over here. And you can see there's one across the way too that just casted a spell at me. We got a little row of fruit off of that one. Let's go kill that other guy now. You can see how far their spells actually travel. It's insane. Look at him go. Just full send. Get him out of here. I can't move my camera. Thank you. It's Jesus. Pillage remains. A royal house scroll. Royal house scroll. Inventory. That is located right here. Under the key items, obviously. Where it should be, right? Where every scroll should be. A sorcery scroll of the Carrion royal family. The heads of the Academy of Royal Lucaria. can be given to a learned sorcerer to gain access to the following sorceries: Glintblade Phalanx and Carrion Slicer. So essentially what we have here is a book that can be used to learn spells. It's a scroll that we can give to somebody who already knows spells that can then teach us those spells. Do you recommend magic in this game? Absolutely. There's no way of playing this game that isn't viable, Salty Comedian. Magic is a lot of fun. Very shiny, very cool. It's fun. It is fun. I always say, when it comes to this game, go with whatever calls to you. Use a bunch of different shit, which is kind of what we're going to do here. We're going to use as much stuff as possible. And then just whatever feels good, go with it. All right, we got some more Godric Soldier's Greaves. We already had them, but there's some more. Roa Fruit. We don't want that guy blowing his horn. More bolts. Come with it. I love this for its ability to reduce the poise of an enemy. Now, if you guys don't know what poise is, essentially it's the amount of damage an enemy can take before they get knocked off balance. And blunt weapons tend to do a little more poise damage than a lot of other types of damage do. So that was a golden rune 1 there. We don't want to fight the guy on horseback with this other guy at the same time. So we're going to try and lure the other guy to us. Hey, asshole. There's a chest here for us to grab. I want to be able to grab that, but this dude needs to come bring the fight to us. Hey, asshole. All right, we'll get away. Let's do our stomp. Now we got the knockdown. Now we can finish him. And the weapon and all the armor that this dude is carrying on him is actually, you can get all of it. So if you really like that armor, kill a bunch of them. Eventually it'll drop. And from in here in the treasure chest, we get the Great Epi, which is essentially a I hate to say the word because instantly I'm going to get flagged on YouTube. It's a pokey sword. That's what I'm going to call it. You guys will know what I mean when I show you it. If we go to inventory, wait, no, if we go to equipment, the Great Epi, I won't say it out loud, but you can see it's a heavy thrusting sword, an impaling thrusting sword. It requires 16 dexterity, 15 strength to use. And it says a large thrusty sword featuring a thin, sharp blade commonly used in life or death duels. Like its smaller counterparts, it is made for thrusting attacks and can be used while guarding with a shield. So you can guard with a shield and poke out from behind the shield with this. This is a very large, long one too, by the way. So it's great for using for that purpose. Impaling thrust is its skill. It says the skill that lets piercing armaments overcome any shield. Build power, then lunge forward for a strong thrust that pierces any enemy's guard. So they can't block. They'll take damage even if they block. The Great Epi. Now, with that being done, I'm just covered in the blood of my foes, by the way. I love it. I love it. Feels good, man. And we're going to go get in a optional boss fight here real quick. Real fast. And I'm just sort of taking away around the guy on the horse. That's when they're kind of at their strongest. The guys, they're called Caden Cell Swords. That's kind of when they're at their strongest, is when they are on horseback with their weapon. Their weapon is good at dismounting people and from their own horses, and also good to use while on a horse. Now, before we end up at this boss fight, oh boy, you know what? To hell with it. We're gonna have to kill these guys. Ow. Okay. Maybe we better drink just in case. Got him. Okay. Because we killed all of them, we also got our flask back because we killed the entire group. But this is, I don't even know what these we call. A graveyard is what I always call them. But always in a graveyard, there will be a whole bunch of tombs. And along these tombs will be a bunch of items. Mainly gold, or the golden runes. Now, it isn't always just golden runes that you will find, but there's always an abundance of golden runes. And essentially, you can go here, pick up a bunch of golden runes, and get yourself some free runes for leveling up and stuff like that. So there's a golden rune 3, a golden rune 1, a golden rune 2, another golden rune 1, and then there's one more over here. A golden rune 1. So now, if we head this way, we're going to run into an enemy that we can actually... He's actually over here. I'll get it. You know what? We might as well... I'm not sure if we're going to have to deal with these wolves or not. But it was Salty Comedian that basically just asked us, is magic good in this game? Like, do you recommend magic? And if it is something that you want to do, your first stop should probably be coming here. This enemy right here, and if you want to know where it's at on the map, here it is on the map. So here is the Seaside Ruins. Here's the Agil. This is where we met Bach at. This is a bridge ahead of Bach. Essentially, it's right here on the map. And if you kill this enemy, you will see he gives us an item. This is a guaranteed drop. This is one of the few guaranteed drops in the game, but it is a glintstone staff. He drops a glintstone staff for you every single time. Let me get away from this wolf so I can read it. And it says, it's a weapon. So we'll just go into weapons here. A staff with glintstone embedded in the tip, a catalyst for casting sorceries. Sorceries must be memorized first at a site of grace, and a staff must be equipped to cast them. This has no skill to it, which means there's nothing extra that it does other than just casting the spell itself. And this requires you to have 10 intelligence and 6 strength in order to be able to wield it, and it has a C scaling in intelligence and an E in strength. So technically, I could grab this and put it on my other hand right now, and I could cast the spell if I had memorized one. We're actually gonna probably memorize one here pretty soon. But first, let's come over here. So gorgeous, by the way. Absolutely love the Erdtrees. Amazing. We're actually gonna come up to the top of this here. And there's some ruin fragments that are up here, but mainly the reason that we're up here is... Okay, hold on to that thought. Sorceries and incantations. You can memorize sorceries and incantations at sites of grace. You must have a staff equipped to cast sorceries, or a sacred seal equipped to cast incantations. Casting sorceries and incantations consumes FP. Up to switch sorcery or incantation. All right, so once you memorize them, they'll appear across in the top slot on the other side of the screen. But oh no. Well, I didn't need that to happen. That we could have went without that. Whatever, doesn't matter. Down below us, there's an item that's right on that edge. If you come right to the edge here and drop, oh, I missed it. I died. I didn't die. I'm poisoned though, so I'm going to die. So it's just a matter of time now. Where is it? We'll grab that. It's Trina's lily. Who the hell's Trina? And why do we have her lily? Her little flower. It's a long story. It's a long story, all right? We're going to have to get somewhere safe for me to read this. I'm going to drink one of these, and then we'll read it real fast. It is a crafting material, and it says, a light purple water lily that is on the verge of wilting. Material used for crafting items exceedingly rare to find. A symbol of faith in Saint Terina. Dulls the senses, preventing agitation. That's the only clue we get on it right now. There'll be more coming in the future that has to do with those as well. Along the side over here, we're going to take another drink before we die. There's another item, and it is a glowstone. Glowstones we haven't actually looked at yet. I'm trying to hurry right now. It says a polished rune fragment that shines brighter than a rainbow stone. Wait, we did read this, didn't we? Yeah, we already did read this. We did not read the rainbow stone. A rune fragment that has undergone a simple processing. Craftable item. Stones such as these shine with the colors of a rainbow, making them useful markers when placed on the ground. Can be dropped and to gauge the distance of a fall. The higher the pitch of the sound, the higher the likelihood of the falling being fatal. Once used in entertaining children on the fringes of the lands in between. Sorry, I'm trying to read that quickly before we die. And then we're going to come along in here. If we enter here and go down this spot, there's no way we're not going to die. We're going to die no matter what. I don't have enough health to make it out of here. Yeah, we don't have enough health. So we're going to die right here real quick. Hold on to that thought. Poison! Wait a minute. Is that a... Wow, real gamer this guy is. Why am I listening to this guy tell me about this game? They had 17 deaths. What an idiot. It's all good. It's no worry. We always die. We always die eventually. We might as well grab an item on the way back over there. A sliver of meat. We already read about that. And there's also a site of grace up here that we can go and grab too. And another item right here too that we can grab. I believe this is a golden rune 1 right here. Or not. There it is. Golden rune 2. Golden rune 2. And then down here, there is a site of grace for us to grab. And then up there is where the we got the great epi from. Is essentially right up above us. Up there was where we got the great epi from. Our ruins are right over here, not too far away. So it's not too big of a run to get back to them. No biggie. Some ruin fragments and some enemies to fight if you want along the way. I'm not worried about them. There is one item over here that we can grab right here. It is a smoldering butterfly. And now we'll make our way over to the where we dropped our runes at. They're right here on the side of the road. All right, got our runes back. We might as well come over here. There's a body on this chair over here. I believe this is a somber smithing stone 1. This would be the second one that we found. Somber smithing stone 1. And it's a great time for us to pay attention to a wandering, I call them a wandering mausoleum, or a like a funeral rite sort of is what's happening here. There's 2 giants and they're tugging along this this giant like sort of mausoleum deal. Let's get this guy to come over here so we can fight him real quick. And as you can see, they're sort of almost enslaved here. What, you want to fight me? And if you want, one thing you can do is you hit these guys and they stop. Once they've stopped moving, we don't want to mess with this dude right now, but we might end up having to. Along the back of this, there is a chest for us to open. This one has a weapon in it. Oh, I didn't grab it. Feels bad. It's the great axe. We got ourselves a great axe. Yeah, we're gonna end up having to fight this guy in the... Get off the horse! Get off the shed! There it is. So we got the... Is there more attacking us? There is. Everybody's attacking us now. All right, this is where we're gonna roll. The sword that this guy is using is actually extremely rare to get. Possibly the most rare item in the entire game. That guy right there, his sword. Enough with all the horns. Nobody likes to hear the horns. Look at all the enemies. Look at them all. You know what? Let's go get this guy. They don't have very good lateral movement, thankfully. So you can just run around them. I still got hit by the fire there. There is a sorcerer in the group. Did we get the rarest item in the game? This guy has a drop. We did not. We did not get it. All right, now that that's said and done, we're going to go get in a boss fight here real quick. We do need to read about the great axe first. I don't believe we have what it takes to wield it. We might not. Let's look at it. Equipment, great axe. It requires 30 strength. So indeed, we do not have everything we need to be able to equip that. It says a great axe akin to a huge lump of iron, recognized as the weapon of choice for Badland chieftains, too heavy to be wielded by those of merely ordinary strength. Blows from this axe will flatten enemies, and the force of its charged attack is sight to behold. It has barbaric roar, the same skill that we're using right now. I believe we're gonna need, what would it be? Hold on, let's equip this. Can we? No, we cannot wield it on two hands. And so I want to say it'd be like 20%, or I mean 20 strength in order to be able to wield it. Sefer wants to change that background color to navy blue. We're going to make it happen for him right now. Sefer, how are you today? It's good to see you, buddy. Welcome in, my friend. Echo, change studio lights to navy blue. Okay, then do it. Woman in the box, don't delay. Sever, good to see you. Good to see you. Are all the weapons, the most enemies, so oversized? No, they're not. Oh, why are all weapons and most enemies so oversized? Size matters. I hate to break this to you. Size matters. Most of them, a lot of weapons are not oversized. Like you've seen the weapon that we use there is just a normal sized weapon right there. You can get normal sized shields. You can get oversized shields as well. But size matters. That's why. I know, Mirko. I get it. It sucks. That's life, man. That is life. That's the regular club. We want the big one. We want the big daddy. Put it on, carry it around with you, wear it like a badge of honor. All right, so we're gonna go. We actually have a couple more items to grab here. We'll start with. We got to get by those little flowers. Over here by this giant flower, there's an item. A golden rune 1 and an immunizing cured meat. So let's get away. We'll read about the immunizing gold cured meat or whatever. Inventory. Immunizing cured meat temporarily boosts immunity. A cured strip of meat dried out after pickling in a green medicinal solution. It is a craftable item and it temporarily boosts immunity. Higher immunity helps to mitigate the buildup of various poisons and scarlet rot. We'll learn about scarlet rot a little bit later on as well. All right, so now we're gonna go get in a boss fight, and we're actually gonna go meet another NPC. So in here, there is actually a hidden stairway that goes down, and of course at the bottom of it, you guys can recognize this. Of course, it is fucking boss fog. Let's go in it. It is a mad pumpkin head. I missed. Reset. Okay, let's do this. I missed again. I love it. Well, that's bad. Now, you can't hit his head. His head is immune. A lot of damage resistance in that dome of his. As you see, he's so cool looking. Great enemy design. You hear it when you hit his head? Now we got him knocked down. We'll give him the old banger. And there's our first. That's our first ever flawless victory. Flawless victory. I need that sound effect. That's our first ever flawless victory. We didn't get hit once that time. Look at how great we are in video games. We've done it. I didn't think we could do it. We did it though, together as a team. We're gonna rest at the site of grace to get all our shit back. We got a good chunk of ruins from that as well. And in the back of the room, there's a door to open. And there's an NPC to talk to. Hey, how you doing? She's not wearing any shoes, by the way. Feet picks begin here. This was the first ever feet pick. This is where you would get them back in the day. You would come here, basically in the land of Elden Ring. You would find this NPC and you'd take pictures of her feet and put them on the internet. Little known fact. There you go.
Tarnished, are we? No wonder you should turn up here. I am Selen, a sorcerer, quite plainly. Why are you here?
Why am I here? I want to learn sorcery.
Ah, a yen for glintstone sorceries. I dare say your proclivities are far from ideal.
Proclivities.
Oh well, perhaps nurture will defy nature, with a bit of luck. But one must choose one's masters wisely. I was exiled from the Academy of Rea Lucaria as a reviled, apostate witch. Do you still wish to learn from me?
Hells to the yeah, you're a rule breaker. You're a trendsetter. Of course I do. I still want to learn.
Well, you are a piece of work.
I know.
Very well. You are now my protege in glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle or cast kind words. Never.
Never.
Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
Young apprentice. So, study sorceries. She has a whole bunch of sorceries that we can learn from her. They all cost ruins, of course. Right now, at this point in time, I'm not gonna buy any of the sorceries, just because I think we need the ruins right now. And I'm not really going into sorcery as of yet either. We can use the glintstone pebble, which is nice early game spell for you. It's basically like a light attack, more or less, is what it is. If you wanted to be you wanted to cast spells, this would be your light attack spell right here. There are other ones along the way that are also very good, but one thing that she allows us to do is also give her scrolls. The scroll that we just found up the hill, we can actually give her it. It's called the Royal House Scroll. Now, one thing is, when you give a scroll to somebody, the scroll is gone from your inventory. And then that sorcerer or whoever it is that you're learning stuff from, that's the only place that you can learn them spells from then on. So if I was to give her the Royal House Scroll, those spells that I can learn from it, I can only learn from her and nobody else. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to hold onto this scroll for now and come back to it a little bit later. And we also got Nod in Thought, that emote. See what it looks like. Nod in Thought. Right there it is. Let's do it and use it. What? Use it. What? Use it. Interesting. Now, as always, talk to her again.
Young apprentice. First things first. You are a tadpole when it comes to magic. Infantile.
Okay.
Without the legs to walk.
All right.
So, to become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance. Now.
All right.
Shall we start learning?
That's enough. All right, that's enough. Enough making, like, you don't have to be that hard on me. A little nurturing would be nice. And that's it. Pretty much that's meeting her. That is Sorceress Selen and her nice little room of books here. But essentially, I think that is where we're going to end it for today. I think we've made some decent progress. We got some boss battles. We died how many times? How many deaths did we get in today? 17, that's it? Well, those are rookie numbers. Rookie numbers. Get better at dying, would you? We did get a nice new weapon. We leveled up a little bit here and there. I feel like we made good progress today. Tomorrow, I feel like we should probably start heading in the direction of that grace that was leading us somewhere. We should probably start, yeah, almost no deaths at all, right, Mirko? You're right. Almost no deaths. Almost no deaths at all. 17 short of no deaths. Really, it wasn't that bad. I kind of expected worse because I haven't even played this game in the last time we played it here on stream, which was 3 months ago now. Yeah, right? So it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I actually expected it to be a little bit worse. So that is where we're going to end it for today, though, guys. I'm going to give you guys the other screen here so I can tell you guys how much I appreciate you guys joining me for episode number 1 of our jump back into the world of Elden Ring as we prepare to face the Erdtree in the Shadow of the Erdtree DLC. Kind of can't wait for that DLC. That is coming up in the future. We're going to be playing Elden Ring almost straight on through up to that release of the DLC with one small break in between for the expansion for Destiny 2. We're definitely going to be jumping into the final shape on Destiny 2 as well. So hopefully you all will be here for it. I appreciate you guys being here today. If you guys did miss some of it, you want to get caught up on what happened earlier in the stream, by tomorrow afternoon, I'll have all of this uploaded over to YouTube on our VOD channel. You didn't know we had a VOD channel? Oh my God, let me tell you about this. If you type in !VOD in the chat right now, as the wonderful Mirko just demonstrated for you guys get a link to go over to the VOD channel on YouTube, and then you can click all kinds of fucking buttons over there. Do it! If you guys are watching over there on YouTube, I apologize for my foul language. And if you guys want to join me every single day, you guys can, because we stream every single day at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over here on Twitch. Just go down below in the description, click the link, come over here, follow, and enjoy some more Elden Ring with us, or some Destiny, or any other game that comes out in the near future. Big thank you to all you guys. I appreciate you. Dexty, I love you, man. Life short, pause, save to you, my dude. Goobs, I'll be seeing you tomorrow, buddy. Thank you so much, Goobs. Goobs, I gotta watch your videos, too. I gotta watch your videos. I still haven't had a chance. Yesterday, I was doing everything with the stream all night long, so I didn't really have the chance to do it. Mirko, thank you as always. Also, Salty Comedian with a huge 5 gifted subs, and on top of that, 1,000 biddies that he sprinkled all about my breast, chest, neck, and head. I appreciate you, dude. You're wonderful. I love you. Thank you all. Everybody have a good night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Remember, life is short. Pause, save, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream. Have a good one, everybody. Good night. I love you.